Hey gamers, it's MtG here back with another Magic video, and as I said in the last one, we are going to be doing some more experimental kind of mostly untested decks on the channel for a little while, and the one I've come up with for you today is basically because I wanted to play Maruding Raptor again. It hasn't really been showing up in the meta right now, and I think the card's pretty cool. Honestly, I don't love the card. It really belongs with dinosaurs because it's particularly good with dinosaurs that want to be dealt damage, and it wants to deal damage to things, and that, you know, makes it stronger. So let me just read the card real quick because this is kind of the focus of the deck, right? So creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That is a pretty strong upside for a 2-mana creature. That gives, it's a 2/3 body on a 2-mana creature, which is pretty nice, especially if it's making your future creature casts 1 mana cheaper. That's really nice. But it also says whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Marauding Raptor deals 2 damage to it. If a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, Marauding Raptor gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So on the one hand, you can play this with dinosaurs. You get some upside out of that because a lot of dinos want to be dealt damage, and you draw cards or you deal damage to other creatures and whatnot. But for the meta right now, because there's really only one other dinosaur I think in standard right now. Am I right about that? 2 others. There's Hushbringer Raptor and there's Ripsco Predator, and neither of them really fit with this. Honestly, Hushbringer Raptor can't really go in a deck with this because it costs a green and a white. The mana cost doesn't really make sense, and this card is just not that great. But I wanted to figure out a way to play Marauding Raptor, and one thing I came up with is that I was thinking, so every time you cast a creature spell, of course it's 1 less to cast, but you're going to be dealing 2 damage to the creature that enters the battlefield. So anything with 2 toughness is going to die. 2 toughness or less is just going to be dead, right? So I was like, how can we mitigate this? And first of all, obviously you can play creatures with larger than 2 toughness, more than 2 toughness, and we're doing that in the deck because I was like, maybe we can play a lot more if we're doing. Here, I'll just go to the comments. So I want to play Hushbringer with Marauding Raptor, so we get the creatures casting 1 less, costing 1 less to cast, but we're not dealing 2 damage to all of our creatures when they enter the battlefield if we have Hushbringer on the field, because creatures that enter the battlefield, entering the battlefield, or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. So whenever we have a creature enter the battlefield, it's not going to cause Marauding Raptor to deal 2 damage to it. So that is a pretty cool upside that we can get. We can cancel out Marauding Raptor's negative ability with Hushbringer, but still get the reduced casting cost, which is pretty awesome. But one of the things, I mean, you run into in any kind of combo deck is that you're not always going to have your combo, right? So we're not always going to have Hushbringer and Marauding Raptor on the field at the same time. So we also want to have our creatures be generally able to survive being hit by Marauding Raptor. If we don't have Hushbringer on the field, they're going to be taking 2 damage off Marauding Raptor. But of course, we're going to be casting them for cheaper, so that's good, I guess. So all the creatures we're playing have 3 toughness or more besides Hushbringer, which will not be dealt damage by Marauding Raptor because it negates its ability. But also, Hushbringer has been really, really nice in a lot of the decks I've been playing against, because a lot of decks are going to be playing Jund or Golgari, which is doing cats and things, which want to kill creatures and bring creatures back into the battlefield to do their triggers. So you've got Ayara, especially against Mono Black. This is really, really, really good. So your opponents are going to want to kill this, right? But that's nice. This is kind of a shutdown if they can't remove it. Anyway, so moving on, we got Burning Prophet, which is a 1/3 for 2. So if we have Marauding Raptor, this is going to be a 1 red mana creature. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and then you scry 1. So we actually end up playing a lot of non-creature spells in this deck. We're playing 4 Shocks, 4 Skewer the Critics, and 4 Light Up the Stages, along with an Unbreakable Formation, 1 Chance for Glory just for fun, you know, and then 2 Response Resurgence. And the reason I'm doing this is because I felt like we wanted to play this more like an aggro deck, not playing like we could play a lot more mid-range creatures like Aurelia and stuff like that, and Skargan Hellkite with reduced casting cost, but I think we really want to be playing a lot and playing it fast, and so that's why we're doing this. So we want to kind of filter through our deck pretty quickly. We could also be playing Thrill. Why can I not remember what that card is? Thrill of Possibility, in order to filter through our cards if we ever flood out. Because in the last game I played, I haven't tested this much, but the last game I played, I did flood out a little bit near the end of the game. Ended up winning anyway. But that's definitely a thing to watch out for because we do want to be playing this aggro. So moving on to creatures. We've got Bone Crusher Giant, which is just a powerhouse in this deck. Honestly, this is like the mitochondria of our deck. So we can cast the instant adventure spell for 2, deal 2 damage to anything, so that's good early game removal, or just damage to the face to activate our spectacle costs. But then we have a 4/3 on a 3 mana creature spell, and then it has an upside of whenever it becomes a target of a spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So we do have to keep in mind that we can't cast spells on this on our own, but of course we're not doing that with this deck. We don't want to do that, but this does kind of prevent our opponents from just being able to kill it without any repercussions. Other creatures that we're playing are Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice, and Skargan Hellkite. And there's one thing I wanted to change while I'm thinking about it. I want to go cut a plains and put in a mountain, because I was getting too many plains, and we have a lot more red in our casting costs than white, so we definitely want to be mindful of that. So Aurelia is super good in this deck. We usually are able to cast her for 3 mana, and she doesn't have an end of battlefield effect, which is good, but she does have an on-combat trigger, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I think I don't really need to talk about the deck any more than that. It's pretty straightforward, just playing Hushbringer alongside a Marauding Raptor to get the upside without the negative. So yeah, other than that, it's really kind of like it looks like a mid-range deck in some regards, because we're playing Aurelia and Skargan, but because we have Marauding Raptor, we generally cast these for cheaper, so it ends up being more of an aggro body, along with, you know, it's like a mid-range body with aggro upsides with Light Up the Stage and Skewer the Critics and stuff like that. I've been considering cutting Skewer the Critics and trying to run different creatures, but part of the problem is that a lot of creatures that I want to be running have 2 toughness. Like, I would love to be running Legion Warboss, or Tajik Legion's Edge. Both of these kind of I thought about putting in, but they have 2 toughness, and I don't really want to risk them just dying immediately to Marauding Raptor when we don't have a Hushbringer on the field. Even Krenko, I was like, oh, maybe Krenko, but Krenko is a 1/2 when he enters the battlefield. So if you have ideas for things to run in that place, please let me know. I am, of course, taking suggestions. I definitely considered Gideon Blackblade, but he doesn't really fit because you cast him as a Planeswalker spell, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, if you have suggestions for other creatures to put in this deck, let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into some gameplay. And while I'm flipping through, clicking through these things, a little reminder that we are very close to 1,000 subs. If you have not subbed yet, please consider doing so if you enjoy my content and want to see more from me. We're like, I think at the time of recording this video, maybe at 960 or something around there. So we're inching our way up there ever so slowly, trying to get to 1,000 subs. Once we get to 1,000, I get to do like community posts and things, so I can poll you guys. I can make announcements about breaks in the channel, or poll you guys and see what decks you want to see and stuff like that. Do we keep this? I think we do keep this, because at worst scenario is that we use a shock to activate a Light Up the Stage and get more lands. I think we keep this because we've got a Hushbringer on turn 1. Of course, they've got a Leyline of Anticipation, not possibility. So we go Sacred Foundry, and we got another Hushbringer if they kill. I'm expecting. Okay, that's surprising. I was expecting to see Izzet here, so blue and red, but we're seeing mono blue. That's pretty unusual. Let's go attack. Go to damage. I will Light Up the Stage here. See what we draw. Is this getting countered? Sinister Sabotage. Interesting. I'll resolve that. And then I think I will just... I could Light Up the Stage again, but I think that's ill-advised. Maybe while their mana is down, I go ahead and get in 2 extra damage with Bone Crusher while they can't counter that. I want to force them to counter the creature spell. Okay, so they're doing Dimir. Dimir Flash. That's pretty interesting. Don't really expect to see that. So I've got to watch out for them flashing in creatures now. But I'll go ahead and Light Up the Stage again. I'm expecting to see another counterspell here. Sinister Sabotage. Yep. And then I'm a little worried about playing another Hushbringer right now because I feel like it gets killed. I don't have the mana for Bone Crusher. I could wait and see what they do, if they do anything on their turn. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll end the turn I'll see if they play anything on their own turn, which they shouldn't because they can play everything with flash. So I'd be really surprised if they do. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and actually deal 2 damage to that. While they're low on mana, they may be... Okay. That means I can kill Narset on our turn. And they concede. Weird. Weird deck there. Yeah, it's just a strange deck, honestly. Strange times indeed. Let's see if we get up against a normal matchup. I'm hoping to get Maruding Raptor on the field so you guys can see how efficiently we can play our creature spells once we have Maruding Raptor down. I think my one major complaint about this deck is that I wish we had green. We could run green in the deck to... we can keep this. This is fine. We can definitely keep this. I think we go Hushbringer first over Burning Prophet. The Burning Prophet's not bad to play immediately. Okay, Healer's Hawk. So yeah, we definitely want to play Hushbringer to get the flying blocker out. This may just get shocked. If they're playing Boros, this may get killed. Robber of the Rich. Huh. We have the same number of cards, so the thing doesn't trigger. That's fine. That's super fine. So let's do this. I'm going to... Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Huh. Okay, I'm going to go attack, see if they block here, which I don't think they will. Okay, damage. I'm going to light up the stage. And then I'm going to go ahead and skewer the critics on Robber of the Rich. That seems reasonable. I could have played Bone Crusher Giant's ability on Robber of the Rich, but I think Skewer the Critics was better there, just because if we didn't play it next turn, it was going to go away, so I wanted to make sure I got the use out of it. Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, I was wondering when I would see that come out for them. Temple of Triumph. Okay, so it looks like they're just playing like a Boros Aggro here with Robber of the Rich, etc. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tajik, Legion's Edge coming up. Ugh. Dang. I think right now I just chill. I go Burning Prophet and lose Response Resurgence, and they get down their Bone Crusher Giant, which really sucks. Mace of the Valiant. Huh. Okay, interesting. I can dig. So Mace of the Valiant is going to be an issue for sure. Let's attack first. We deal our 1 damage, unless they block, of course, which I don't think they do. Then we skewer the... No, wait, oh. Not right. Well, maybe that's right. Huh. This is rough. This is rough. Dang. I don't think we want Aurelia on top, unfortunately. I'm just going to play that tapped and then in turn. We can play Bone Crusher Giant to kill a Healer's Hawk if they try to equip it. Which I think I want to keep an instant speed spell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to equip this to a Healer's Hawk, in which case we will kill that Hawk before it attaches. Okay, cool. There we go. You played right into my trap, opponent. Sorry, I was leaning forward. I don't know if I'm like in the camera or not. Okay, I'm good. I think that's actually a keeper. We definitely want that. Because next turn, I feel like they're going to... Yeah, okay. Let's attack. If they decide to block with their Sky Knight Vanguard, they'd be stupid, so we just deal our 1 damage and then move on. That's fine. I figured they wouldn't block, and I wanted to get my 1 damage in. Let's see if they equip here. I guess they equip to Sky Knight Vanguard, probably. It worries me a little bit that they kept this mana up. We don't want Sacred Foundry. We need to get rolling. We need to do stuff. So we've got these two spells, which are not terrible. But these are kind of our closers. And we're not really ready to close. Okay, that is great. That's super good. Okay, so we'll do that and then go... Yeah, we'll do that so we can attack with both of these. Get in our 7 damage now and keep Aurelia as a blocker. Though the problem is this will give Skynet Vanguard +3/+3. And they're about to probably play Bone Crusher Giant. So I think we need a win. We just need a win on the next 2 turns. So I think I can do that if we go... oh, do they equip to Healer's Hawk for the life gain, though? They probably do. Because they gain 4 life and it has Vigilance, which is freaking horrible. That's terrible. Yikes. Yeah, that is brutal. Okay, I'm going to block here. They may have a combat trick. Dang. Nice. Good job, opponent. We don't quite lose, but what we have to do now is... So we're going to attack. I mean, this is Vigilance, Double Strike, Trample, Lifelink, Flyer. I mean, we can't win at this point. That's crazy. That's awesome. Oh, man. Okay, let's do this. We'll attack. Go, I'll attack. Mentor you. See what they do with blockers. Problem here is that they... so we can do this. We bottom that. They gain what? A ton of life? Approximately a crap load of life. It's a good game. We can play Skargan Hellkite now. And then do that. And then we attack and lose. Okay, well that got crazy. That got really crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen people playing Mace of the Valiant in Standard. I like it. I mean, it's a cool card. It's a cool card, especially if you play with like Krenko or something. Mace of the Valiant on Krenko is pretty bonkers. Yeah. So that was a cool deck to play against. It was like a different Boros. I like seeing different Boros builds because I love Boros and I love experimenting. So hopefully we can find something we can win here. Also, I haven't drawn Marauding Raptor yet. This is crazy. It's like the game doesn't want me to have Marauding Raptor. I have to mulligan this because this is a terrible hand. Still, we don't have it. We keep 6, though. We'll go, yeah, put that on the bottom. Temple of Triumph we'll have to do here. Sick. So a Temple of Triumph. Hey, there's our Marauding Raptor. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay, Jurtar Goblin. Probably with... Okay, not haste. That's fine. Go Marauding Raptor. Hopefully it doesn't die immediately. There's a pretty good chance they just kill my Marauding Raptor right now. But having 3 toughness is pretty sweet. So they can't just like shock it, or they can't Bone Crusher it. What is it called? Stomp it. They can't stomp it, which is pretty nice. But they could definitely do Damir's Ambush or something. Barkhide Troll. Neato. No blocks. Oh, that's so great. Oh, I love that. Okay, we go Hushbringer. I'm thinking I think I pass for now. I want to see what they do, and then I want to use Bone Crusher's Stomp ability before I play it as a creature. Oh, Questing Beast. That's neato. Well, how much damage is that? 10 damage. That's 10 damage. It's only 10. That's fine. Yeah. What are we going to do? We can't kill any of these because we can't deal 3 damage to anything right now. I think for fun, I deal 2 damage to the opponent's face. No blocks. We take our 10, and we move on. Okay. Let's think about this. That's kind of an interesting play. We go... Dang. Okay. I'm going to... This doesn't have reach, right? Okay, it doesn't have reach, so I'm going to go do this. I activate Spectacle. I gotta kill you. This is ridiculous. I'm using all my spells to get rid of these stupid bigger creatures that we can't deal with otherwise. And we do that. So we knock them down to 1 creature on the field. They've got 3 cards still in hand, though. So basically we're subject to flooding and whatnot. But hopefully we can draw, like, Aurelia. Aurelia would be really nice. Aurelia would be Aurelia nice. That's not a good pun. I'm sorry about that one. I take it back. So no blocks. We need to keep a Maruding Raptor alive. Ugh. That's a shock. That's something. I feel like we got to keep attacking with Hushbringer to get our life gain. End the turn. Let's see what they play here. Pelts Collector. Pass 2 attackers. Okay. If we don't block stuff, we will die. So let's go to blockers. We go block. I think we go block there. Passive damage. Hushbringer cancels the Pelt Collector trigger. And then we will kill the Zhurta Goblin while we got the chance. Okay, we got to get super lucky right here, right? So we go, we attack. This is really dumb. We go, light up the stage. Yeah, baby. Okay. What do we need to see on top in order to not lose the game? Definitely not a Sacred Foundry. So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways we can lose here, and that's one of them, for sure. I mean, yeah, we just can't kill. We can kill Questing Beast, which is one of the reasons I play Response, is to deal with creatures that are bigger than 3 toughness, but we didn't have enough removal, and we didn't have enough creatures, honestly. We struggled in that one. Using double spell to kill a Questing Beast is really rough. I think I have time for one more game. Let's see what we can do here. The deck hasn't been playing super well. I think part of the problem, I kind of identified it in the deck already, is that it needs more creatures. I'm running into the problem where I've got a lot of spells, but not enough creatures. And this is the kind of starting hand I've been waiting for all this whole time. Yes, dude. This is so good. So we keep 7. Okay, here's what happens. We go. On turn 2, we can get down to Marauding Raptor, which we follow up the following turn. I think we bottomed that. We got 3 lands, which is what we need. So then on turn 2, we go Marauding Raptor. Turn 3, we go Hushbringer, then Bone Crusher Giant, and then we're doing great at that point. Okay, let's see if they play anything else. Venerable Knight. That's not great. Yeah, we should go Marauding Raptor here. I'm not afraid to block Venerable Knight. I'll take the damage from Knight of the Ebon Legion and let this happen. Legions, are you freaking serious, dude? Oh, I finally have the combo that I want, and you deny me. Oh, that's so mean. That upsets me. Oh, but the good news is I can kill the Knight of the Ebon Legion with a Bone Crusher Giant, so that's great. Okay. The question is, do I wait? I'm thinking... No, I don't wait because they're not going to do it because they concede in my hand right now. They concede in my hand, so I go... I think I kill it now, and I kind of suck it up that I can't play another spell. And I take the damage from Venerable Knight and hope they don't have a bunch of... Okay, that's fine. Acclaimed Contender is not the end of the world. They don't know I have Response Resurgence. I need to sit up. Okay. We're getting in the zone here. That's a bummer. So we go Bone Crusher Giant and just see what they do. Because we are playing too slow because they killed our combo piece. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Really nice. Yeah, baby. We block there, actually. Seems kind of lame, but we do it. We got to get rid of something. Okay. Let's do Hushbringer because it prevents Venerable Knight from killing me, and I just hold Response Resurgence for whatever happens this turn. I'm going to say no blocks. No blocks. I expect them to activate Knight of the Ebon Legion. Dang, okay, because if they do at this point... If they don't, I take 5 damage, which... stinks. Yeah. But if I cast the spell now... Wait, oh dang it, I'm an idiot. I suck at this. Okay. Here we go. This is something we can do. We go Aurelia. Go to combat. They put a stop because they have a Murderous Rider. That's great. That's game. That's game. We can at least do that, and it doesn't put a counter on that. And then if we attack, we lose. So we just have to use Hushbringer as a blocker for Knight of the Ebon Legion. Got Eternal Oketra. Yikes. That's cool. It's possible that we don't lose here. Because we... I think we lose this match. For sure. But I'm going to play it out. So we block there. They trigger Knight of the Ebon Legion. And then we kill it. And then we take 3 damage and go to 4. Look, another Marauding Raptor. Here's what we do. We chance for glory, baby. Oh, yes. Awesome. That's great. That's good. And then we concede. Well, this experiment was not such a success. I think there's potential for this deck to be better, but probably not like tournament quality. Yeah, this is an okay experiment. I don't hate it. It's fine. You know, you win some, you lose some. If you didn't see my last video on Bant Enchantments, this is one that you win because this deck is a better experiment than Hush Raptor. There will be a card at some point, probably already appeared in the video. If you want to click in the top right corner of top right corner of the screen. Am I stupid? Top right, yes, top right corner of the screen. There will probably be a little dot showing you that there's a video that you can go watch on that one. Again, if you have suggestions for this, if you think I'm an idiot, which I know I am, so you can go ahead and tell me. It's fine. I know already. Let me know what you think in the comments and what you would have played in terms of creatures, and if you think it would have been okay. You know, just talk to me. Talk to me. If you want to talk more about Magic, you can join the Discord. The link to that is in the description as always. And once again, gamers, thanks for watching. It has been a blast. I will see you guys in the next one as long as we are both alive at that point, which I hope so. I mean, I hope to be alive always. So, peace.